Alex Rodriguez will be suspended till the end of 2014 because of his use of performance-enhancing drugs. There are about a dozen other baseball players that received a 50-day suspension, but because of the fact that he tried to cover up certain things that he did, in this case, he will serve not serve a longer sentence, but serve a longer suspension.
Yes. Now, of course, he's appealing. He's going to get to play while he's appealing. In fact, my understanding is he's playing tonight, right? Number one,
Yes.
Are they going after him because he won't admit it? Nah, heavier, maybe. It's also because he's by far the most famous person on the list. You know, they might be trying to set an example.
And I mean, what is there to deny? Don't they just do a test to see if he's been taking performance-enhancing drugs or steroids or whatever, and then the test either comes out negative or positive? I don't really understand what there is to appeal.
I stopped watching baseball a while ago, and it turns out I was right,
Me
by the
too,
way.
very long time ago, like 1986 when I was born.
Right. But as a fetus, you loved it. It was a national pastime for you. Anyway, so this story is slightly more complicated because Miami New Times broke the story, and then there's a list of clients that used to go to this place. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily just a matter of just coming up to A-Rod and just like, oh, dude, can I just borrow a piece of your hair for a second? Well, see, they're taking it. Or running into the bathroom after he uses it, grabbing some samples, etc. So it's what they used to do. But on the other hand, it appears they have some hard documentation on it. Mm-hmm. So it gets a little bit more complicated. And he's got a team of lawyers.
Yeah.
So he could be a pain in their balls, what little he has of them, and drag this thing out, and they're not going to want to drag it out. And that's usually how it works, yes.
So the hard evidence that Cenk was referring to includes financial transactions that these baseball players made at this particular clinic. It's the Miami Anti-Aging Clinic Biogenesis. So they weren't very good about covering it up when there's financial transactions or documentation of the financial transactions. And yes, as Cenk mentioned, the reason why they're trying to make an example out of him is because he refuses to admit it, and apparently there's a bit of a cover-up that he's accused of. So according to the MLB, Rodriguez's discipline under the basic agreement is for attempting to cover up his violations of the program by engaging in a course of conduct intended to obstruct and frustrate the office of the commissioner's investigation. So there's some drams there with the investigation.
I like how they suspend him for longer because they're like, damn it, you're really frustrated. Okay, not only did you do steroids, but we're very, very frustrated by it. All right, so now the reality is, the question that I care most about is, was it worth it? Now, I don't know his testicle situation, and I keep mentioning that because to me that would be by far the biggest downside. I have no interest in losing any function in my genitalia. But outside of that, who cares? 211 days. So games. If he didn't appeal it, that would mean the rest of this season, which he hasn't played anything until tonight anyway, this season, and he'd lose next season. I know he's older, but it doesn't matter. Just keep juicing. You'll get to play till 45, right? Okay. The bottom line is, dude, you made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So was the cheating worth it? Of course it was worth it.
Under contract, he's owed $61 million for the year 2015 to 2017. So that's a significant amount of money for just 2 years. Imagine how much money he made in total throughout his entire baseball career. So yeah, he's of course tremendously wealthy. If you guys can remember, he slept with all of these famous actresses and stuff. He lived the good life. Mm-hmm. He was with Kate Hudson for a while.
Yeah, one could argue. Madonna, if you remember.
Madonna, yeah.
One could argue again, but nonetheless.
Man, Madonna's been with a lot of really hot Latin guys.
Yes, she has.
Including Jesus Luz and A-Rod. Which, by the way, that's really my only contribution to the story. A-Rod's hot, and this kind of sucks.
Okay.
It sucks to know that he might have small balls.
Okay, well, there we go. So it leads me to the question of, what would Jesus do?
What would Jesus do?
Hundreds of millions of dollars that A-Rod made. And by the way, of course, that's why A-Rod is actually complaining about the suspensions, et cetera, because he doesn't want to lose the extra $61 million that Anna referred to. Tiny, tiny little testicles, hundreds of millions of dollars. At the end, you get embarrassed and get a 211-game suspension. Do you do it?
It's hard to say because I just wonder, when did he start juicing? If he already had that natural talent when he started, why would he do it? So if I'm already talented, if I'm playing, as long as I'm playing baseball and I'm getting paid a decent amount, I don't think I'd do it.
Yeah, that's
because I like your legacy. I like players, history, and like you don't want to. I wouldn't want to be that guy. I wouldn't want to be.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
it's a rare wrong decision by Jesus Godoy.
I guess.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
because here's who he was before he started juicing, Randy Velarde.
No, he
Okay,
wasn't.
no,
he
I
was
know.
good when he came out.
Okay.
No, he was
look. He was a skinny dude. I remember him back in the day. Okay, in Seattle, and he was good. I'm being unfair. Randy Velarde was, by the way, an excellent utility player, which I remember from the old days of watching baseball. Okay, but he wouldn't have had a legacy. Without the juice, he wouldn't have been a frickin' Rod, right?
But that's why he is a Rod, because he's a total douchebag and nobody likes him. Like I'd want to have a good PR. I wouldn't want to be hated for the rest of my life, Like
But
Barry Bonds is hated
I bet people partly hated him because he was like, he probably felt guilty about it. He probably threw off a vibe of like, I don't need you guys. Other people are pissed.
Or maybe I'd play it smarter than he is. He's so polarizing. I feel that.
Yeah, here's what I would have done if I was him. When Roger Clemens got caught, at that point, A-Rod was what, 33, 35, somewhere in that ballpark? You know what I do? I go, I'm going out on top.
Yeah. Or
You know what? I already got $380 million. And you know what? I'll see you guys later. You retire. You grow your balls back. Everybody's having fun.
Can
Or-
the balls grow back? Is that
Is that-
something that's possible?
with steroids, I guess.
Okay. Ironic.
Ironic. But
Really?
you're right. You already got the $250 million contract. Why'd you keep Juicy?
Because
you
you
got
can't stop.
one, and then he got he opted out, and he got $275 million contract.
Jeez.
Stop. Stop Juicy.
But you can't ever stop, and that's the problem. That's the problem with hubris, and that's what's led to all of this.